Welcome back to the channel. I know I have been absent and I really apologize for that. See, July 4th, I wasn't gonna post a video because I wanted everybody to enjoy the holiday and I didn't want to distract you from time with your family. Well, July 5th came around and my wife went into labor 3 weeks early. So obviously we were scrambling to get everything put together. YouTube had to take a back seat and I took a few weeks off to spend time with my new daughter and my wife and help her recover. Babies are happy and healthy and so is mother. We didn't get any sleep last night, but that's to be expected. I'm back now and very excited to bring you this boat. Another issue I'm running into is that it's the middle of summer, which means we are selling boats like crazy. I'm selling more boats than I can keep up with. The problem is getting out to shoot them before they sell is an issue. The other problem I'm having is we're just not listing a whole lot right now because it's the middle of summer. People are out using their boats. If people are going to sell their boats, they typically list them either before the summer or after the summer. So around fall time, we'll start to get a lot more listings. So with that, I'm going to try to find some new approaches. I want to keep posting a video every Sunday. I appreciate all the growth that we have gotten. Y'all probably don't care about any of this. Let's go take a look at that boat. Here she is. This is the 1998 Hatteras 39 Sport Express, also known as the SX. It came in two different floor plans. We'll get into that as we take a look. This boat has twin Detroit 671s, cruises about 25 knots, and it opens up about 28, 29 knots. So it is pretty sporty, actually. Really get out there. As you can see, collapsible outriggers up top. It's got almost 500 gallons of fuel, about 460 gallons of fuel. Fuel consumption, it's going to depend on weather conditions, sea conditions, how fast you're running the boat. So all of that is variable. I kind of give everybody about 1-to-1 is about what you can expect. So it's a good rule of thumb anyways. 500 gallons, 500 miles. Something like that. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. Has a 13.5-foot beam, so very beamy, nice wide open cockpit to entertain fish. You can put a full-size fighting chair. It does fit. He has a nice leaning post with some rod holders in it. Obviously, this boat is built to fish. Rod holders on every surface that you could possibly put them on. You got 3 here, all the way around the gunnels, 3 on the other side. You could put some more up there too. So it did have this arch. I believe the hardtop is not factory. I think he put this on here, or somebody did at some point. You have Simred GPS. I think this is track vision, although I'm not sure. Leave a comment down below if you know what that dome is. Stepping down into the cockpit, you have some aft face seating here, and that is access into your engine room there. I believe that is a live well, but I'm taking my shoes off before we start walking around this boat, and we'll get closer and take a look. So since I mentioned this, we'll start here. Opening that up. So this is a freezer, not a live well. I'm trying to get it to stay open and pan the camera down. Give me a second. So that is a freezer and not a live well. It doesn't look like it has the freezing elements in it. I think he said he's been using it just as like an icebox cooler. You could probably stack some fish in there as well. Access into the engine room, which we will get to. Like I said, Detroit 671s. And panning back, you have your transom door combing panels all the way around. He's got his boat hook. And down here you have your wash down. I believe this is a freshwater rinse down. Cable management here. He does have a cable master, so this is on a winch. You can winch it in and out. Controls are right here. Nice feature to have, especially if you're handling these power cords or you handle them often. They can be quite annoying. He's got drains here for a self-bailing cockpit. And I think that's going to do it for the cockpit that I can get to without putting the camera down. So I'm going to put the camera down and we'll take a look inside these floor hatches because I don't know what's in them. So let's take a look. Okay, so I lifted up this first panel. As you can see here, there's a transom door. It is just a fish box, so it is quite a big fish box. You can put some ice in there, keep your fish in there, obviously, as the name implies. And this does lift up so you get access into your aft bilge. I'm sure your rudder packing and all that. But if you're scared of spiders, look away because I opened this thing up and this bad boy here almost jumped on me. Gave me quite the scare. If anybody knows what kind of spider that is, let me know. It kind of looks like a brown recluse, but I'm not a spiderologist, so I'm not sure, but it definitely scared me. So anyways, I'm gonna close this back up, try not to get bit by the spider, and we'll keep going. I think it might be a brown recluse, which is very venomous. Not sure. Anyways, let's keep going. All right, and as you can see, I got the engine hatch open. You do have a cable here that holds this seat up, and then just below that, this is all brown from the glue of the soundproofing that used to be here. No longer there, but that's an easy fix. And it's got another engine door that seals right there. Before we head down in there, I did want to show it has another storage compartment right here underneath this seat. Pretty deep. It goes the length of this box, so you got plenty of room in there. And it is hollow back here, so you can stand something up there if you need to. All right, let's climb down into the engine room. Obviously, I've been down here, turned on the lights, and there was another unique feature down here that I'm going to point out why I had to open this up. I usually save this to the end of the video, but with that, your switch panel is right here. So it is in the engine room. That is interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but Hatteras put your switch panel here in 98. All right, let's take a look at these Detroit 671s. They have about 600 hours on them. They have both been rebuilt, and they have about 650 hours. Like I said, this thing holds almost 500 gallons of fuel. This is your generator here. Let's see if I can get you some details on this generator. Everybody says I need to go into more detail. So this is your phaser generator that has about 1,500 hours on it. And there you have it. More switches up there. I am pouring sweat. And this is your engine room. So plenty of room on both sides. You got your cable management here. This bucket there stores your cable management, battery switches up here as well. Everybody tells me I need to go, not everybody, people tell me I need to go more in depth in the engine room. I'm not sure what else you want to know about down here. I figure most people that look at the engines or want to see the engines know what they're looking at, but I was sorely mistaken because that is not the case. With that, let's get out of the engine room. Okay, so we're all put back together, nice and neat. You do have a step up here for a walk around. It is the only way to get up to the bow, so keep that in mind. Let's go up there right now, since I'm standing right here. Got handrails all the way around. Nice wide flare up here on the bow. I know a lot of people take these handrails off to give it kind of a sleeker look, especially on these kind of sport fish style boats. Electric windlass, foot switches there. Turn it around so you get a good idea of how much space is on this bow. Very much a great place to hang out, and this is going to be one of those perfect combos between a serious fishing boat. You obviously can take this thing offshore and really hit some sport fishing, or just cruise around with the family, have some drinks, go out to dinner. You know, all the sorts of things you're thinking about doing. All right, now that we went up to the bow, let's go into the deck bridge and take a look. Before we step up, you do have a little storage there, and one step up, and you have courtesy lighting there too. Very nice if you're out here at night. One step up into a nice big bridge. So I did say this boat comes in two different configurations, and that configuration is solely the seating. So you have L-shaped seating here. This is the more sportier sport fish style, and a cruising style, which turns this into a big U shape. Gives a little bit of extra seating, a little bit more entertaining space. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of the bridge. You got some cup holders there. Obviously lights in your hardtop. Turning around and looking here at these countertop space. Let's see what opens and what doesn't. Like I said, I haven't been on this boat, so we're kind of going through this together. Opening up this first compartment, and it is a fridge, which is very nice. It does work nice and cold. It's very nice because look, it's attached to the cover. So most of these, you open this up and the fridge door, you have to open up second. This is fully integrated. The fridge door is part of the cabinet. That's awesome. I think that's really cool. A very nice detail. Not that it really matters a whole bunch, but it is a nice detail. Some more storage. Looks like this is bottle storage. Yeah, it's got little cup holders. Obviously, he uses that for tools. And this last one looks like it's going to have some sort of ice maker or something in here just from the ventilation down below, but maybe not. It does not. Probably did at one point. It's got ventilation down below, but he's just got some extra storage. Just above that, let's see, this lifts up, I believe. Yeah, it is on a hinge. Just got to figure out, okay, you just pull. You just pull. And the outdoor sink, cutting station here, and cutting board there. So nice outdoor sink, nice prep station. You can cut your bait here, clean your fish. Great, great use of space. Turning back around, taking a look at the seats. I'm gonna check to see if there's any kind of storage. No storage behind the backrest here. No storage underneath there, but I do know, so you can tell by this hinge here, that this seat here lifts up. Got a latch down below right here. Lifts up, and you got your Coast Guard kit, all of your life vests. And that is tough because I accidentally lifted the rest of the. Oh, it is assisted, so it does drop down nice and easy. But when I lifted that up, it was so heavy because I accidentally lifted up the panels on the other side. So let me fix this and we'll keep going. All right, flipping around, looking at the helm and the captain's chair. Just below that, he did put in a brand new AC system. So this bridge is completely air conditioned, and I will show that. You can close it off here with the isinglass. So this does drop down all the way down. Closes this entire bridge, and it is air conditioned. Keep your electronics nice and safe, secure. Brand new Sinrad display, that is huge. I know he's put some new transducers in here, some fish finders. All of that information is going to be in the description down below. Underneath the full ad, you'll find a link. Obviously your Clarion sound system, but like I was saying, obviously this boat is for sale. You will find all of the details and all of the work that he has done in the description down below. Click that link to the full ad and click more details, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. It'll tell you freshwater system, how much fresh water it can hold, how much fuel it can hold, the engine hours. Everything you could want to know is on the ad. So click that, and if you don't find it, give us a call and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. You got an AC vent there, and then obviously all of your gauges. They're all legible, work, and look pretty good. Let's see, what is this? Controllable spotlight here, Sinrad, autopilot. It does have AIS, transmit and respond, or receive, transmit and receive. You have a powered helm seat, so this is move forward and aft. What am I missing here? Overhead lighting, emergency shutdown switches, all of your controls here. And let's pan up and take a look at the view from the helm. Great panoramic views all the way around the boat. All of this top piece of isinglass, or pieces of isinglass, can be removed so you can get some nice breeze through here. And that is your view from the helm. One other thing I wanted to show you, you have a power window here, so open that up, let breeze flow through here. And I put that there, but on top of the door, he's got a nice cup holder. It's got 4 cup holders and a nice storage section here. Put your phone, all your stuff. And with that, let's go take a look inside the cabin. All right, I'll admit I cheated a little bit. I unlocked the door, turned on all the lights. I'm very excited to bring this to you. The inside of this cabin is absolutely beautiful. 4 steps down into a beautiful cabin. Plenty of room to entertain and stay. You could do a few extended stays on here. Invite all your boys, go out. Oh, missed a light. There we go. Go out fishing. I'm hoping this comes through on camera. It is a little bit dark, or at least it looks a little bit dark through here. But we'll see. All right, let's start the tour. First thing I want to point out are these beautiful floors. They have been redone. I don't remember what year. Check the link in the description for that. All the upholstery inside and out has been redone. Just going to pan around a little bit and then we'll start breaking it down. Okay, so I had to cut to close this door because the light was blowing out the camera when I was trying to show the galley. So you have a mini fridge and a mini freezer combo here. Let me open these up so you can see. Mini fridge, mini freezer. Just below that, light switches, plug. Great countertop space, some accent lighting here. Some down lighting. You got a drawer here, microwave here, hopefully you can see that, and some extra storage down below that I can't get open, and you can't see anything right here anyways. Deep stainless steel sink. He has his dehumidifier here. This faucet pulls out. All of this is new. Slides open, some storage there, storage behind there, same as this one. I don't feel like I need to open it up, but let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to on the next one. And plenty of cabinetry up above. Just below that extra storage, and why is it so dark? I don't understand. Give me a second. And some under sink access and under sink storage there. Get access to your plumbing. All of this is plumbed straight overboard, so anything that drains through the sink is going to go straight overboard into the water. Something to keep in mind. All right, moving forward, nice bench seat here. I'm gonna see if it has any storage or anything like that behind it. Okay, I was correct, it did flip up. Now, I'm not sure exactly, leave a comment down below if you do know, but I think this turns into bunk beds, so you have a bed there and a bed there. It flips up, obviously. I'm gonna flip that back down and we'll keep taking a look, but I did want to, just wanted to point out that it is so hot in here. You can see my sweat stains just from moving this. And the other thing, my camera is overheating because it's so hot in here. You have some overhead storage here and here. Figured it's easier to just show it that way. Keep moving forward. You have a nice forward V-berth. There is no way to cut this off, so this is all wide open down here. Make sure you're friends with whoever you're taking on a fishing trip. Nice hanging locker, cedar lined. Keep your knits nice and tidy. Keep the moths out. This is a single bed. I don't know. I mean, you could fit 2 people on here. It's probably a twin bed. You could fit 2 people on there. Just make sure you like each other a lot. Get nice and cozy. Down below that, we have 2 drawers. I don't know if you can see them. The lighting is, it looks good in here in person, but on camera, for some reason, it's not looking great. We'll see what it looks like in post. But yeah, you do have 2 drawers there, and they each have handles. Looking forward, that is access into your anchor locker. I'm not going to pull everything out to show you what the inside of the anchor locker looks like. All right, moving back into the dinette. Obviously, you can fit 2 people here, 2 people there. Nice dinette. This does drop down and turn into an extra berth. So if you wanted to load this up and fish with all your buddies, this is the boat to do it. Nice storage overhead here in the dinette. This is nice deep storage. I mean, there's a very old radio. I think he's changed that out. I don't know if that's the one or not. But nice deep storage here. As you can see, plenty of space. A little bit more storage down below. Light switch and plug. Let me see if there's... Okay, so there is... Oh, here, perfect. And we got another panel here. Oh, this is your generator panel, so you can start, stop your generator, all that from right here. All right, like I said, we're exploring this boat to get... Ow! Okay, like I said, we're exploring this boat together for the first time. I've never been on one of these, did all my research before coming to take a look, and this boat is awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome, and it just keeps getting better. Check out this head. You got a nice vanity here, medicine cabinet style storage there. Nice powder room sink, light switches. You got your power vent here in case it gets nice and steamy. Or stinky. Both will do. And just below the power vent is your vacuum flush head. You can tell it's a vacuum flush because it says vacuum flush. All right. And last but not least, maybe the most important thing in this is a full separate shower. It is 39 feet. You typically get that on a boat starting around 36, 37 feet. You start to see a separate shower. Anything other than that is typically going to be a wet head. But you do have a full shower stall, which is very nice to have. You're not getting everything all wet and soggy. Somebody can take a shower while somebody else takes a shower. Okay, wasn't sure how to get that open, but you have a little bit more storage down here. Doesn't look like you have access to underneath your sink unless you take this out. You shouldn't need to get underneath there. Like I said, all these sinks drain straight overboard. Any drains above the water line are going to drain straight overboard. Any drains below the water line are going to drain into your sump, which I will show you. Your toilet paper is right there as well. So your shower here, I get a lot of questions about this, especially from people who don't own boats. But you know, I think this video is going to do well amongst experienced boaters. We shall see. Anyways, I get a lot of questions about the shower. The shower drains into a sump. And where that sump box is on this boat, I'm not entirely sure. That's really going to do it for today's video. All of this extra stuff is just that extra stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to become a channel member and help this channel monetarily. That's the best way to support it. Otherwise, just watching does great.